Welcome back to the Vivacious Embrace Podcast with your host, Carissa. And today we are filming this episode outside. And this is my second time recording this because the first attempt that I had recording this, babe, I'm fighting off mosquitoes. It's Carissa versus mosquitoes today. But it's too beautiful not to be outside and record. Like, look at this background. Look at that. Like, look. Like, and me out here. And just look, I just feel like this is just where I'm meant to be. This is where I'm meant to record my podcasts. And it's fall. It's still definitely on the warmer side here. I think it's gonna rain like tomorrow or sometime this week, so hopefully that brings in a cold front down here and really like solidifies the cooler weather. And I love the warm weather. I'm gonna miss summer. I'm gonna miss going to the beach and getting tan and shit like that. I have literally 2 new mosquito bites on my ass right now. And I have bug spray. Y'all, when I tell you my first attempt recording this, like I said, me versus the mosquitoes. And I have this on deck. But I love the warm weather. I love going to the beach. I love summer activities. I love being outside. And obviously, like, spring or fall isn't something that is like, no, don't go outside. Because, bitch, I'm gonna be outside even if it's cold as fuck. I might not enjoy it as much. I mean, even when it's hot as hell, I'm like, oh, I feel like I'm dying. But that's why I like transition seasons like fall and spring, because the weather is very much like, it's not too hot, it's not too cold, but obviously with fall it's like transitioning into colder weather, and then spring is kind of just transitioning into warmer weather, even though it's still really cold outside. But even here it's like still really warm outside. But anyways, it's just really nice. And but I hope it does get cooler. But at night, when I come outside at night, it's definitely very cool, and it's so nice. And it's like Aries full moon. It peaked, I think, like last night, but the energy still lingers way before and even way after. And I've been definitely having some emotional releases around that. But I came outside like last night, and even the night before. That was really like the night where I came out, and the moon was full, and it was just like glowing the ground. And there was just a bunch of stars. And where I live now, it's not like in the city, which is really nice. There's definitely like jets or airplanes, but it's not so much like it is in the city where I live, like with my mom and stuff like that. And it's just really peaceful out here, and it's very like nature heavy, which I fucking love. And yesterday I went on a little adventure, and like 15 minutes, maybe even less than that, of a walk to this park area, which is it doesn't even really have a park. It's just like woods. But it's labeled, like, I forgot what the actual park name was, but it had park on like the not banner, but like what it's called. Like, I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. And that was really nice. And I was just like I was in the nature. I was in the woods. It was so nice. But when I came outside, it was just like a starry night. I could see the stars so clearly. There were so many of them. Well, there was a decent amount. And it was just really spiritual, if anything. Like, I felt just really connected. And babe, I was crying. Like, I was bawling. I did like an EFT tapping session, and that brought up a memory from my childhood. And then from there, like, it was crybaby city, you know what I mean? Which, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I'm not shaming myself for crying. Like, crying is healthy. But it was very beautiful. And I was listening to Restacks by Bon Iver. I fucking love that song, and that song helps me cry so much. It's such a beautiful song. It's just like, there's something so like melancholic about it, and it's like, it's a poetic beautiful, but it's also a sad beautiful. And there's just like everything about that song is just like, it's the art that needs to exist in this world, basically. But yeah, that's how my Aries full moon has been going. But honestly though, when I have moments like that, when I just feel really emotional, I'm having like really deep emotional releases, that's when I feel the most inspired. And I even wrote a story from that moment, and just like everything that I was thinking and like my thoughts and just everything that I was being processed. And that's something that a project that I have going on, which is really, really exciting. I love creating and kind of like putting together what kind of visuals I want to go with, like the words. I love writing poems and just writing, and then also having like visuals with it. I just like, it's just like my favorite, it's one of my favorite things, because I used to make video edits. I used to edit like my favorite movies and my favorite shows, or even my favorite celebrities, and I really love, you know, like listening to the song and then also kind of envisioning what scene from a movie that I like, which will go with it. And that's kind of how my mind works, is that like when there's words or when there's like lyrics, and then in my mind, if I close my eyes, I have this visual, and especially when it's kind of like a song that's already made and then a movie that's already made, it kind of is easier in a sense where it's, you know, with like recording your own footage and, you know, your own thing, like it's really within your control, and you can make it whatever you want. And even with video editing and stuff like that, you can make it whatever you want, and you have your own style and you have your own unique twist, but it's already like you're editing something else that somebody already made, which there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I love video editing. Honestly, every time I watch my old video edits, I'm like, damn, I wish I want to start video editing again. But honestly, video editing is very time consuming, and it's just something that I outgrew, but I definitely have a deep appreciation for it. And now that I don't video edit as much anymore, or honestly at all, other than my own stuff, I am able to appreciate my own edits more, because even when I was making my edits, I was very insecure about them. I didn't really like them, but now I'm like, why did I ever doubt my talent? Like, why did I never like my edits? They're actually really fucking good. And it's honestly kind of sad, because at the time I didn't appreciate it, and I wasn't really aware of how talented I was, and I like wanted so badly for people to like tell me how good my edits were, to feel good, and to honestly, like, I kind of centered making edits around that validation, and it kind of took away the fun and the joy from it for me. But like I said, looking back and even seeing other people's video edits now, it's just like, damn, like, people are so talented. And honestly, editing is so fun. It's such a beautiful art, and just seeing how like editing has evolved and seeing other people's styles is really cool. Like, live, laugh, love video editing. There are a lot of bugs on here. Babe, you can't get on my phone. My skin is just so voluminous. But I want to, like, can we talk about how I would be a great cult leader? I actually kind of think about this a lot. And I don't know if I can talk about this on YouTube, but I'm going to talk about it anyways, because like this is like just satirical. This is as a joke. I'm not actually going to like fucking start a cult. Like, I don't have time for that. Like, I don't have time to be like having people follow me around and shit like that. Like, and obviously I'm not going to be like Charles Manson. Like, no, this is not the type of cult that I would be running. Okay, it would be a little bit more original than that. But I feel like it really doesn't really take a lot to start a cult. I feel like in terms of just like being somebody who presents as somebody who is confident and like knows everything and knows like the answer to other people's lives, and is just very like egoic. And as a Leo, I have a lot of Leo energy, so I know how to tap into my ego. I know how to make myself sound like I know everything and that I know what I'm talking about, even though I don't know everything. But I'm the teacher and the student. I'm the puppet and the puppet master. I don't know everything, but I also do know everything, if you know what I mean. But also, like, I feel like a really important aspect of having a cult is also, it really requires you to have an audience of people who are disempowered and poorly educated. I mean, that's really what it takes to have a strong following, a strong cult following. You know what I mean? Like, you just have to be somebody who has this energy of like, oh, I'm gonna save you from whatever and guide you to freedom. I'm gonna guide you to liberation. I'm gonna guide you to this. And honestly, like, I could really do that. Like, could you imagine me as a cult leader? Oh my god, the birds are flying. They're flying east for the winter or west for the winter? Y'all, it's fall. It's so warm outside. Like, And it's barely even fall. Like, it just became fall like 2 weeks ago. But even speaking about fall, it's just, but I'll circle back to the cult conversation. But since I've been learning more about astrology and how, like, there's the cardinal seasons, which is Aries, Libra, Capricorn, and Cancer, and those are like the initiators. So, you know, with like Aries, it's the beginning, the initiation into spring, and then Libra season, it's the initiation into fall. Capricorn is the initiation into winter, and then Cancer is the initiation into summer. And so that's like the transition into a different season. And then there's the fixed sign, which is Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio, and that's like the dead middle of the season, when the seasons are not really changing anything. It's just like the peak of the season. And then there's the mutable signs, which is Pisces, Sagittarius, Gemini, and which one am I missing? Which one am I missing here? It's Gemini. Damn, which one am I missing? Which one is the mutable? Pisces, Sagittarius, Gemini, Aries, Leo. Okay, so there's Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, yes. Virgo, the most forgettable one of them. No offense to my Virgos out there. But that's just like, those are the seasons, or those are the zodiacs before the transition into a new season. So, and that's like the mutable energy of just like, it's more adaptable, which makes sense. But yeah. How are you guys doing? There was something else I wanted to talk about in this episode, but I completely forgot. But one of them was being a cult leader. Like, because when you really think about it, because what, isn't a cult a group of people who like all have the same mindset and beliefs and mentality? And it's usually because they're being brainwashed, unfortunately. That's so scary and funny at the same time. Like, people are literally being like manipulated and coerced into this like hive mind mentality. Literally, MAGA. LOL. Honestly, I feel for them. I feel for those people. I mean, at the end of the day, it really is your choice to continue to see it or not, but that's, you know, we're not going to get into that. This is not what this is about. But look at like these bushes. Look at how pretty. And I think I'm just going to keep my podcast like a visual end to this. I may or may not sooner or later upload these on different platforms where you can just listen to it. But look, for my visual watchers, isn't this so beautiful? Like, honestly, it's giving photogenic. It is. It really is. Oh my god, what am I sitting on? But yeah, this is such a vibe out here. Like, this is so nice. I love to just be outside. Like, who doesn't love to be outside? Oh my god, my TikTok account has been kind of popping off recently, and I love to see it. Like, it's about damn time. One thing that has helped me really kind of ground into gratitude is not seeing these as just numbers, but you have to kind of realize that there are people behind these numbers. There are souls behind these accounts that choose to like and comment and follow. And I kind of had to be really real with myself and kind of see how I've been a little superficial and a little bit transactional in terms of followers and likes and stuff like that. But I've journaled about it, so it's kind of like it's in my journal. But I'm so excited for Halloween. I already have my Halloween costume, like what I want to dress up as. And I'm not gonna like say because I'm gonna pop off and surprise everybody, because that's just what I do. That's just how I roll. You know what I mean? Like, I like keeping people on their toes. I like the element of surprise. I like the idea of people being like, oh, what is she gonna do next? You know what I mean? Like, I like that. I like being mysterious. I like shocking people. I want people to expect the unexpected. Yo, I'm on my period right now, and I started my period, and it came earlier than expected, but I started it under the Aries fucking full moon, and I'm usually on my purple moon cycle or my purple witch cycle, but this is the red witch cycle, bitch, and honestly, I'm obsessed, because my cycle has definitely been like the purple witch cycle, which I think is the waning crescent or waning gibbous moon phase is usually when I start my cycle. But I've been doing a lot of fucking deep healing, and people are like, oh, if you talk about your healing, then you're not really healing, you're just a fake. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Like, I'm so tired of internalizing these like messages from other people. And that's also one thing that I've kind of been like working through, is it's like when you don't really know who you are and you internalize the projections from other people, when you don't really know who you are, and then there are constantly people outside of you that you don't even really know that are consciously doing this, or unconsciously, you don't really know that these are people's projections, or, you know, that these are just people's perceptions of you through their own world and their own inner beliefs. And as somebody who has been a chameleon, and I've been like different versions of myself around different people, and just shrunk myself down in all these ways, and I didn't really know what my needs were. I didn't really honor them. I didn't really care about myself, and I just really cared more about being liked and accepted, and wanted other people to see my worth and my value for me to feel worthy and valuable. But now that I'm like, I guess like that's just like there's a lot of outdated things within my system, within my belief, within my DNA, within my identity that I've been releasing and letting go and just like changing. And one of those things is definitely like internalizing the beliefs or the projections of other people and making that my truth. And the more that I get to know about myself, and the more that I like shed these layers of these things that I've internalized from absorbing and internalizing other people's beliefs and projections about me, the more I realize how much I'm kind of like rejecting that now, how I'm not really, so I'm just more like, okay, I'm able to come back and hone into the fact that I get to choose what I believe in. I get to choose what I absorb. I get to choose what I agree to. And the thing that really kind of also tumbled into an emotional release that I had, especially under like the full moon in Aries, was I was watching a video on TikTok, and she was talking about how, you know, when you're really authentic, that people are not gonna like you. And a part of me felt triggered because I felt like I'm faking it, or I'm not being authentic. But I really had to like just, you know, gently be gentle to myself and realize like it's not my fault that majority of my life that I haven't been authentic, and I've been really disconnected from myself, and I am putting in that work to be authentic, and it takes time. But I really just felt like this need to be perfect, and it just all came from this place of shame, and also feeling like I need to be this person in order for people to perceive me this way. And I've been so scared of how people perceive me, because I feel like how people perceive me is who I am. And like, it's fair how people are going to perceive me however they want to perceive me, whether I'm being authentic or not. And it's fair that people perceive me however they perceive me. Like, that's out of my control. But also with that fear of how people perceive me, there's this like bracing that I feel, and there's this shame that I feel about who I am, and that who I am is not good. But even going back to the video, it really brought up this like this doubt and this shame within me that I feel like I'm not doing enough, or I'm not authentic enough. And there's just like always this underlying tone of I'm not enough, this just like lack of of who I think I need to be. And I honestly kind of get that a lot with like TikTok videos, and that's why I honestly need to consume less. Sorry, there's bugs on me, y'all. But it's like when you're not, it's not even about being careful or not. It's just really about like, and the way that I see it is that there's nothing wrong with the video. There's nothing wrong with me. The video mirrored something, bubbled something up within me that was ready to be looked at. And so hallelujah, because it worked. And honestly, being able to see things from that perspective too allows you to be more intimate with yourself and allows you to come back home to yourself instead of trying to chase what you think you need to be, and causes further dysregulation and disconnection from yourself. And I feel like that's really what that did for me. Sorry, y'all. I should have you know what? Like, who doesn't spit? We're human. Anyways. But yeah. Shame is really fucking heavy. It's actually so... Like, when I was really feeling into it... Oh my god, flowers. White flowers. Why are flowers blooming? Y'all. Why are flowers blooming? What was I talking about? I don't remember. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so cool. There's an airplane and it's like going in and out of the clouds. Well, not in and out, like it's not like swerving, but it's just like going through the clouds, and it's like 1 minute it's really clear and then it's like covered in the cloud. That's so fucking cool. I've never seen anything like that before. I love being outside. Like, see, you don't get this when you're inside. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is so nice. I love being outside. But speaking of being outside, when I was outside under the stars and the moon that one night, not too long ago, like I'm saying that one night as if it was like many moons ago, like it's still the same moon phase. I just felt so connected. Because when you like feel like being in those really heavy, dense emotions of shame, but also being under stars and being in nature, it helps you connect to something higher than yourself. And that's why I said it was a very spiritual experience, because it was like I am the stars, I am the moon, like I am these trees, I am connected to everything. And I feel like it's so important, like in these times when we are processing and healing just wounds and really heavy emotions, that we go outside as much as we can and connect with everything around us, because we have so much support in so many ways. We have so much divine universal support, and we are and we are just connected to nature. Like, everything is me and I am everything. And it was just really beautiful, and I felt really touched, because especially with shame and how it's kind of molded me. And when I feel it in my body, it just felt like my chest was ripped open. Like, it felt like just like torn open, like a piece of paper. And it just felt like a really just big gaping hole in my chest. And I felt very raw and vulnerable. And that's what tapping into my shame really does. It makes me feel really just open and exposed. And it's really heavy. And nature is one of those things where it's not even about getting rid of that feeling or making myself feel better, but it's just like there's something so much bigger at play happening at all times. And that's not to kind of subside the pain or to try to, tone police the pain in any way, but there's just like both of these things can exist at once. I can acknowledge this pain, but I can also acknowledge that like I'm connected to something bigger than all of this. All of these fucking bugs, like, I'm about to go ham and just spray, but I'm not gonna do that, but I want to. Like, I just want to put like a circle. Oh my god, like, you know how like salt circles are for like protection for like evil spirits and just like hexes and shit like that? This like a fucking bug repellent but for a circle of bug repellent, like, damn, it's so, when I get on fucking camera and I want to talk about the things that I talk about, suddenly I'm just like, what? What? Like, huh? Earth to brain? Earth to speaking? Earth? But honestly, I could do that with cinnamon too, because I think cinnamon is a really good bug repellent as well. Well, not a really good bug repellent, but I know I've heard, legend has it, that bugs do not like the smell of cinnamon. But cinnamon are also really good for, like, abundance rituals and protection rituals, which we love. We love witchy occult things, which I honestly want to get more into witchy occult things. I low-key wasn't gonna record an episode for this week because I was like, I don't know what the fuck I want to talk about. But then I was like, ooh, I can talk about being a cult leader. And honestly, I feel like with this podcast, I take it a little bit too seriously. And it's not that I don't take this seriously, because I wanted to start a podcast just so I can have, like, an outlet where I can literally talk about anything and just, like, lollygag, basically. But I put this pressure on myself to talk about, like, important things, and I definitely do. Like, I talk about what I want to talk about when I want to talk about it, but, like, my whole objective with this is to literally just have fun and to just talk, and, like, even if people watch it or enjoy it or don't, like, I'm doing this for me, and that's all that matters, you know what I mean? But I still want people to, like, also enjoy it as well, you know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with it. Yes, there is not. But, like, look at this background again. I'm gonna miss tanning. I can low-key still tan though. Well, I don't know, because if it rains and it brings in a cold front, there goes the cold weather. I mean, the hot weather. I mean, the sun is still out, babe. The sun is still out and blazing. I mean, not right now, but it has been. But, like, the clouds are coming in, so I think it's gonna rain. Hopefully it rains tonight. Y'all, the blood. You know when you just bleed? And when you're on your period, not just, like, bleed from anywhere. And girl, it's gushing. It really is. Honestly, having a period though it really isn't bad. Like, I feel like because we live in a patriarchal capitalistic society, we have kind of been programmed to view periods as this, like, inconvenient burden, because of, like, when we're on our period, we feel we have less energy, and in capitalistic terms, having less energy and not being productive is a huge no-no. Like, no, you need to be at maximum production so you can make the people who already have more than enough money more money. You know what I mean? But honestly, having a period is beautiful because, I mean, it's like, for me, what a period represents is not just, like, the shedding of the lining within our uterus, but it's also the shedding and the letting go of things that don't serve us anymore. Like, it is very spiritual. It is very much, we can use this time to not only rest and retreat within, but also let go of the things that don't serve us. And we let go of things that don't energetically serve us, and we also, like, let go of any toxins and any chemicals in our bodies that need to be excreted. And it's not just, like, you know, because we didn't have a fucking baby, or our body, you know, prepared for a baby, and since we didn't have that whole thing happen, it's that, like, it's not just that, it's actually so much more, and it's so much deeper, and it's so much more beautiful. And unfortunately, like, a lot of us have been programmed to find our periods as this inconvenient time, and we, like, resent our periods, but that resentment that we feel is also kind of like a resentment towards womanhood and femininity, and, you know, flow, and being in different seasons, and not always being at your best and being at 100% all of the time. And there's something that is so sacred and so cyclical about being a woman and having a period that I feel like, you know, it's by design. Like, we weren't taught these things. We weren't taught the spiritual aspects of a lot of things. You know, we were taught about periods in school, but, you know, and it's like another thing about having a period, I feel like that makes it just really inconvenient, is just the products that are marketed towards women on their periods, like pads and tampons. I use period underwear. I I do not like I do not like pads or tampons. Honestly, when I was using pads when I was younger, I think I noticed a complete difference within, I guess, like my flow and my cramping. But now that I don't really use that stuff anymore, I feel like my period cramping, like I still have cramping, but it's not as like extreme. But I feel like my symptoms that came along with my period then versus now is very different because I don't use those like really chemical things. And granted, it's like when you switch to different methods for your period, like period underwear, and it's like the brands that you're using, you find out that the shit that they put in is also toxic and filled with chemicals. Like, damn, like I don't understand why y'all have to make this difficult. Like, I don't understand why y'all have to put a bunch of fucking toxic chemicals in the shit. Like, what? I just don't understand. Like, can we live? Can I live? It's just so annoying. Like, for me, a period is not annoying. It's the products that they cater to us. It's the products that they market to women who have periods. Like, it wouldn't be all that bad if we wouldn't find out every fucking week that there's some new thing that's gonna give us fucking toxicity. It's like toxicity in our fucking body. Like, what? Like, why? Like, they make it difficult. Like, there's nothing wrong with the period. It's the products. It really is the products. It's so annoying. And bitch, this is why I've heavily considered free bleeding, because I just don't have time for this. Like, I don't. But yeah. Oh my god, there's another airplane. An aeroplane. That's so cool. And it's like completely covered now because of the cloud. Yeah, I guess we're gonna have a moment of silence. We're just gonna breathe. I think those were kids. And one thing I also love about being out here that is really nice is just the crickets and all the other bugs and insects. It's just so, just like nice. It's so nice. It's so beautiful. And honestly, like I said, like this background, but also with this shirt and this outfit, like it's very much like goes one in one, hand in hand. I'm gonna show you guys. It's literally stunning. I love it. I don't have the worst camera quality in the world, but it kind of sucks how, oh my god, camera quality doesn't always pick up what my eyes are picking up. But honestly, that's okay. Like, that's okay. It's okay. But it's definitely a beautiful sight for sure. Ooh, I can bring my guitar out here, like in this spot too, because I'm sitting on my tapestry right now. Oh my god. And like there's a setup for a bonfire with like stone and stuff like that. I guess I can show you guys what you guys are sitting on as well. But this is like the little setup. Just cool. I love it. I love it. I love it. I just love it. Don't you guys love it? I love it. Honestly, this is a really good idea, filming out here. Like, I honestly might have to, excuse me. Oh, I'm getting cramps right now. Oof. I really wish I was alive in the hippie movement. Like, I probably was in a past life. Like, let's be real here. Honestly, my theory for my past lives, which I honestly could really connect with my past lives and like know what the fuck I had going on back then, because that's very much possible. But I genuinely feel like I was a very free-spirited person who was very much into like the occult and stuff like that, and maybe even doing some shady shit. I don't know. Like, I was probably because I feel like those themes were definitely very prominent in my early life, at least being a teenager and like dabbling in shit that I probably shouldn't have as a teenager. But those are secrets that I will never tell. Actually, I might, because it is a part of my story. It is a part of my origin story. But I feel like in the past, like, I was definitely like, I was probably like born in like the 50s or the 60s. No, yeah, I don't know when I was born. I don't care when I was born, but I was probably like in like the hippie underground type of thing. Definitely, you know, just like in that scene, man. And I love that. That was very vague and just not descriptive at all. I can really use my imagination here. I don't know. I feel like I definitely have some traumatic past lives, that's for sure. Because, girl, with this life karma that I'm clearing, and like familial, ancestral shit, y'all, like, what the fuck were y'all doing? What was I doing what was I doing in my past lives? Like, what was I doing? Like, I want to know. I need to know. Like, somebody tap into my Akashic records. Please. Look at that. Isn't that just, like, stunning? Like, I love beautiful things. Like myself. Because you know what they say? The beauty that you see in other things is the beauty that exists within you. And honestly, I live by that. I live by that. Honestly, I feel like being humble and sleeping on myself is also an outdated, I guess, system within my being. Bitch, because I'm meant to be bold. And it's hard to be bold and to be big when you're insecure and not confident. And you feel like you need to be humble in order to make people comfortable. Like, fuck that. Being humble is overrated. No, I'm not doing that. Like, I've been sleeping on myself for too long, and you bitches have been benefiting from me not knowing who the fuck I am for too long. Like, what? No. I have given my energy away for too damn long. I am so beautiful. Like, I love being beautiful. I love being talented. I love being, like, a legend. I love being a superstar. I love being a rock star. I love being hot, sexy, and gorgeous. Like, there are things that I want to say that I'm not going to say, because I'm going to try my best to keep this, like, not R-rated. You know what I mean? But I love, like, being talented. I love having a beautiful soul. I love being able to see things from a very spiritual, connected perspective. I feel like being a spiritual person just makes me who I am. I mean, granted, we're all spiritual, but I mean, I'm not talking about everybody else, bitch. I'm talking about me, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I love that I get to live this life through the lens of my eyes, and I get to experience this life with the soul that I have. And granted, the reason why I experience life the way that I do is because of the soul that I have. Like, my soul is very beautiful, and thinking about how, like, our souls came here to experience themselves in, like, physical form honestly kind of makes a lot of fucking sense. And I don't know, like, the more that I kind of, I guess, clear out the dark clouds over my heart, and I'm able to be more in the light, and not even in a way where I'm, like, loving the light over the darkness. Is just, like, that's just a part of the process. But I am a very beautiful soul. I'm a very beautiful fucking soul, and it is a privilege to be me in this life, in this world. And honestly, I love waking up every day being me. I love going to bed every day being me. And I love that I'm able to be in a place right now in my life where I'm able to speak so much love and compassion into myself and over my life. And it's beautiful. It's so fucking beautiful to just be alive. Like, it is a privilege to be alive. It is such a privilege to be alive, to be able to experience shit like this, to be able to do shit like this, to be able to, like, be me, to encounter other people who, like, also have this lust for life and this admiration for being alive. And honestly, I don't want to surround myself with people who are not like that. Like, bitch, if you are miserable, get away from me. Like, no offense, no tea, no shade. Like, happiness and freedom is always possible, but babe, if you aren't if you don't have a will to do that, then, like, when there's a will, there's a way, you know? When there's a will, there's a way. And bitch, if you have no will, bitch, get out of my way. You know what I mean? Like, life is just too beautiful. Life is so fucking beautiful. And it's honestly so sad that I also live on the same planet where people don't see and appreciate the beauty of life, and they take advantage of it, and they exploit it and extract more than they give back. And that's also the relationship that they have with themselves, and also the divine feminine. Because your ability to abuse and to take and to exploit the planet is going to reflect everywhere in every other aspect of your life. These mosquitoes. Me saying that as if I'm literally not butthurt over these mosquitoes. Listen, I love all of the universe's creatures, but mosquitoes are one of those things where I have a beef with. I might be one-sided. I don't care. But if I could tussle with these mosquitoes, I would, child. No, because me, like, yes, I love nature. I love animals. But when it comes to roaches, bitch, I don't care. They're gonna die. You are going to die. I don't care. Listen, I'm sure they have a purpose in the ecosystem of life, in the ecosystem of nature. But to me, bitch, you have no business being in the house. You can be outside, you can be underground, I don't care. You can be in somebody's house. You can be in somebody else's house. As long as I'm not there, as long as I'm not there. You know what I mean? Like, just wait till I'm gone. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to live, if you have a will to live, baby, you need to leave. Baby girl, you need to leave. Because no. But one thing about me is I'm not going to be the one to kill her. Like, I will either scream for somebody else to come kill it, or if there's bug spray, I will literally spray it and then scream. No, because this fear that I have of roaches comes from my mother. It's definitely, I know y'all see that. Get the fuck. Get away, motherfucker. I'm not about to spray my phone. Now you trying to get me to spray my phone, ho. Like, how fucking rude. You're pissing me off. About to go ape shit on these whores. What was I talking about? Oh, I feel like my fear of roaches definitely was inherited from my mother. But, like, bitch, it makes sense. Like, they are scary. Like, why do you move like that? Like, ew. Like, get your exoskeleton away from me. Like, no. You don't even have a real skeleton. Like, oh my god, y'all. What? But no, that's, like, real as fuck. Like, that's so real. Like, I'm just so real for that. Like, y'all, I'm so real for that. That is so real. I'm so real for that. Like, oh my god, tea bags. Oh my god, tea mama. Slay the boots. Look at my cowgirl boots. I love these boots down. I really do. And because I'm a master manifestor, like I am an alchemist, right? And I wanted cowgirl boots for the longest time. And cowgirl boots, especially like real authentic ones, are definitely not cheap. But that's like makes sense because the bitch they had is unalive a whole fucking cow for that shit. But bitch, I got these secondhand for like $45 my birthday last year. Because when I tell you the universe is on my side, the thrift gods are on my side, and they want to see me win. They want me to have exactly what I want. This world wants me to have everything that I want. Because the thing is, when you tell yourself positive affirmations like that, it's gonna change your life. It's gonna change your life, man. And bitch, I plan on living the life that I meant to live. I didn't come here to play small. Oh no, I didn't come here to fuck around. I came here to know who the fuck I am. I came here to embody my purpose, and my purpose is to know myself intimately and to be unapologetic about who the fuck I am. Bitch, I'm a Leo. I have lots of Leo energy, okay? In this life, I am meant to shine and to encourage other people to also shine as well. Because it's not just about me, but it is also about me. You know what I mean? I just love being that girl. I think next episode I might talk about the downfall of colonialism. Because I just have range. I literally have range. No, I really do have range, because like I can talk about politics, the downfall of colonialism, the downfall of white supremacy and the patriarchy, but I can also talk about spirituality. I can also talk about being a cult leader. I can also talk about being the baddest bitch. I can also talk about nature. I can also talk about literally anything. Like, give me a topic and I'll talk about it, because I'm interesting. And that's the thing about growing up as somebody who wasn't always chosen or desired because of how they physically look. Bitch, you have a personality, and I have a personality and looks. Like, I am the complete package. Whew. I do have range though. What the fuck was that? Ugh, like, I'm not boring. I love not being boring. Imagine being boring. Like, what? I just say anything. Oh my god, I went on my walk to the like nature wood spot that I went to yesterday. I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh, yeah, I do. I was just talking to myself as one does, and where was I going with this? I literally don't remember. But I just be saying crazy shit. Like, the things that I say to myself are crazy. Like, if people were to hear the things that I say to myself, whether it's like just in my head or out loud, people would think I'm racist, like a psychopath, a murderer, or some other third thing. And I'm none of those things, okay? I do not identify with murderous behavior. I just be crazy. Like, I don't know. Like, y'all would not last a day in my life. Like, y'all would not last a day in my brain, okay? Like, I'm just built different, okay? I'm just built different. Oh my god. It's true though. I just am built different. Boy, what the hell, boy? Like, literally. Like, what is this? Ew. What am I gonna do tonight? I'm probably gonna shower because I put on this fuck shit, and I do not like bug spray, but sometimes you just have to do what you have to do even if you don't like it. And that's sometimes just what life is. Well, that's not what just life is. It just got so much darker. Can I okay, that works. I'm gonna probably end the video soon anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shower. I'm probably gonna make a little bit of something to eat. Oh my god, there's these egg rolls, and these, like, they're vegetarian, and they have like edamame in them, and they have carrots in it, and there's this sauce that's in with the egg rolls. They're so fucking good. And I might make a mug cake and eat some ice cream. Ooh, and I might watch a movie. I might meditate though too. It smells like somebody's starting a fucking fire, or barbecuing, or lighting a cigar, or all three. It just, that fucking small smell though, that fall smell of just like embers in the air. You know what? I might watch Nightmare on Elm Street. I love that movie. Honestly, like, I don't care that horror movies might be low vibrational, but I'm gonna watch them. I have been watching horror movies for too long in my life to give up now. Like, unfortunately, I was watching scary movies at a very young age. That's my parents' fault. Like, blame them. I blame them for a lot too. No tea, no shade. I mean, all the tea, all the shade. I don't care. But I just love horror movies. Like, I live, laugh, love them. I don't love all horror movies, because there was a lot of horror movies that I was watching very young that I was actually terrified of, and it completely altered my life forever, and I will never be the same. And I would love that part of my innocence back, but that's what you heal for. Because if you want to reclaim your innocence, that's what, you know, doing the work can do for you. But yeah, I'm probably gonna shower. I might edit I don't know if I'm gonna edit this video, because it doesn't really need to be edited. I honestly don't like editing my podcast episodes, because like that's just one extra step that I don't have to do. Like, we're just gonna upload this raw and unfiltered, and if you don't like it, that's not my problem. But yeah, I'm probably gonna like finalize this video, shower, because I need to, and I'm on my period, so you know, I gotta stay fresh, you know what I mean? I hope you know what I mean. I mean, obviously, I don't know, like I said, I random. I honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna make a TikTok video today, honestly, but yeah, this is the end of the video. Go follow me on TikTok by Vivacious Embrace. Go follow me on Instagram by Vivacious Embrace. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You know, don't forget to like the fucking video. Like, why are you not supporting me? Like, why are you being a hater? Like, are you anti-black? Oh, okay. That's what I thought. Exactly. I'm gonna get the fuck out of out. Oh, I might practice my guitar a little bit. I haven't practiced in a couple days, and honestly, I miss it. And this vibe, though, like, this is such a vibe. Y'all, I hope I'm not bleeding through my pants right now. I'm not. Thank God. Because these shorts, I love these shorts. But yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys next week. Peace.